So we'll start this practice of Yoga Nidra, finding a really comfortable shavasana on our backs. So you want to make sure that you stay nice and warm. So using blankets, anything that you have, maybe just comfortable clothing, but enough with socks and everything that you can really cover yourself. If you want to use maybe some cushions under your knees, if you feel this is more comfortable for the lower back. Maybe also cushion for your head, neck, if you feel that's something that you prefer. I usually rather like to be completely flat. Also, you kind of want to get comfortable, but not too comfortable so that you fall asleep. We don't actually want to sleep. We want to stay completely aware. But just take a good moment to make yourself really, really comfortable, just to make sure that you don't move throughout the practice, you don't get cold. So really important to get nice and warm. Once you have found a bit of a position, you nicely covered, you can maybe gently wiggle side to side with your hips, feet. Again, just taking a few moments to readjust the body, the shoulders, neck, legs, arms. Just find that really sweet spot where you find you are so comfortable that you could stay forever. That spot, long awaited, where you feel your back softening onto your mat, cushions, rug, mattress, wherever you're practicing. And just exhale, let it all soften, let it go. So for this practice of Yoga Nidra, you can already close your eyes if you haven't. Now that the body is nice and comfortable, you can let the mind also soften. And throughout the practice, again, you want to stay completely aware. So there's no sleeping, just softening, letting the body and the mind relax, so that you use your full awareness, full consciousness to travel throughout the body, throughout your mind, conscious and unconscious, subconscious, maybe even getting a glimpse of the dream state just for a moment, and then coming back. So you might be drifting off sometimes, coming back to full consciousness. But again, not going to the full extent of sleeping and losing consciousness. You want to stay aware of the sensations. Your body is sinking, sinking, sinking. Slowly your body sinks into the depth. Be aware of this feeling. Continue in this manner for a few minutes. The body sinking. The whole body sinking and sinking. You continue to let your body sink deeper and deeper. And now, become aware of your breathing at the navel. As you breathe in, you count 1. And as you breathe out, you count 2. As you breathe in, imagine that you are pulling in air through the navel. As you breathe out, imagine that you are pushing air out from the navel. It is a rhythmical process. You should be aware of the ups and down movement of the breath and the mental counting. And you count up to 20. You continue counting, breathing in through the navel and out through the navel, up to 20. Then be aware of the area of your chest. With inhalation, imagine that your breath is being drawn downwards and into the center of your chest. Count 1. With exhalation, imagine that your breath is being pushed upwards and outwards from your chest center. Count 2. Be aware both of the flow of breath and the mental counting. If you lose count, you start again from 1. You continue until you reach a count of 20. Then become aware of the breathing process at the nose. As you breathe in, feel the breath being drawn in through the nostrils. Count 1. As you breathe out, feel the breath moving out the nostrils. Count 2. Be aware of counting and the breath simultaneously. Count up to 20. Now you can formulate your sankalpa, which is a resolve. Just a simple and short sentence of something that you like to achieve with the practice. And you repeat it in your own head 3 times. Say it with feeling from the heart, not the lips. Repeat it 3 times to yourself. And now you try to visualize your own body. Imagine that you are viewing it from outside. Feel that your perception is outside and your body is an object of study. You may find visualization difficult. Don't worry, just do your best. If you wish, you can imagine that there is a large mirror suspended above your body. You still have your eyes closed, but you just imagine that you can see your body reflected in the mirror. You look at your own reflection and you see your whole body, your feet, your knees, your thighs, your abdomen, your chest, both arms, hands, nose, eyes, eyebrow center, your whole face and your whole body. See your whole body reflected in the mirror. And you rotate your awareness through these different parts of your body. Combined your rotation of awareness with visualization of that part or limb. And you continue in this manner for a few minutes. Scanning your beautiful body and its different parts. In full awareness. Now keeping your awareness to the sound of my voice, we continue the visualization. And you can imagine that you are walking along a path in a deserted park. It is late at night, and you are alone. There is a full moon and bats are flying everywhere. Be aware of the sounds of the night. Eerie sounds. Eventually, you come to a high wall in which there is a small hall. You go through the hall, and inside you discover a garden with ornate stone figures, many trees, and a big lawn. And you explore the gardens. You look into the dark spaces. Eventually, you come to an old well with plants and grass growing around the top. And you look inside the well. It is very deep. Very deep. It seems to be a bottomless tunnel boring into complete darkness. A spiral staircase twists around the walls. Slowly and carefully, you start to walk down the stairs. You seem to be drawn downwards against your will. The walls are wet and smooth with occasional patches of moss. And you look upwards. You see the circle of the moonlit night becoming smaller and smaller. Hear the sound of small animals hidden in the walls. Squeaks and scratching and rustling. Now you are completely surrounded by darkness. You have to grope with your hands for support as you go deeper. Suddenly, you see two large green eyes staring at you. They suddenly close up. You hear the flapping of wings and the hoot of an owl. It brushes past your shoulder. Then you see a dim light below. You slowly move towards this light. You reach a tunnel and you run along the illuminated tunnel until you suddenly come out on a golden beach. A golden beach beside an infinite sea of peace and bliss. Experience this peace and bliss pervading your whole being. This could be the most amazing sense of peace and bliss you have ever felt throughout your whole body, your whole being. And you continue feeling that sense of peace and bliss for a few minutes. Feel it in your whole body. Sense it. Feel it with your heart. Feel it on your skin. Sense it on your skin. Experience it through your skin. Let this sense of peace and bliss penetrate your whole body, your whole being. Infusing peace and bliss. Now you can start to become aware again of your breathing. And then being aware of your whole body from the top of the head to the tips of the toes. And you can chant mentally to yourself the sound of Om, which you can repeat a few times to yourself. Hare Om Tat Sat. This is the end of this Yoga Nidra. And you can take your time to become aware of the floor, your surroundings, moving your hands and feet, and lie quietly for as long as you wish with your eyes closed, just taking the time to gently come back to this reality.